Hello again out there, Mufindi Hospital hike fans. Today we actually found ourselves a bit outside of the city limits, only by a few blocks. We're on Madison Street, more popularly known as the Street of Dreams, a 2-mile den of Hibernians that holds the distinction of having more commercial liquor licenses than the entire state of Utah. Now, this is the area where I grew up and had many of my formative experiences. So, if you'll indulge me, we may engage in a bit of a sentimental tour of this west side Valhalla, Irish Valhalla. It is with a heavy heart that we make our first stop on this tour of the Street of Dreams. What you see in front of you is a gentrified tavern and grill known as Duck Fat. More properly, and until recently, this establishment was known as Haran's Snuggery. A friendly little nook where people young and old, mostly young, would come to pass an evening or two with $5 Miller Lite pitchers. In its heyday, Haran's was known as the Madison Square Garden of underage drinking. Unfortunately, a down economy and stricter liquor laws caused a revocation of its license in the early 2000s. And as such, the space lied fallow until Duck Fat took it over a few years ago. And now, people have been giving me dirty looks because they think that I'm trying to film them coming out of a bar at 12:30 in the afternoon. Perhaps the keystone of the under 24 tavern circuit, O'Sullivan's is known primarily for its consistency. Young alumni of 3 area high schools frequent the tavern without fail, and though, you know, an unfortunate incident or unpleasantry may mar an occasional night, people will always come back to O'Sullivan's Public House. A bit of a way down the block, you will find Healy's West Side. This is the second location of Healy's West Side. It had previously been located 2 blocks east, but during a dispute with the landlord, they prepared a secondary space, and on the night of their lease's expiration, had all their customers pick up all the bar stools and move the pool table and what have you, and transported the whole bar kit and caboodle where it resumed serving without a hitch. This is a bit bittersweet to be describing, because although I have no relation to Healy's West Side, when I was a freshman in high school, there was a senior who was also named Mike Healy. People would often ask if we were brothers, as though our family had had so many children that we had to start recycling names. This was my first and most jarring experience with anti-Catholicism, and possibly the last. Here you see Shanahan's Louisiana Creole Kitchen. A fine place to while away hours with friends, or eat club sandwiches and make your plans for New Year's. Despite the namesake of the owner, this is a Louisiana Creole kitchen, continuing the long-standing tradition of Irish people attaining expertise in cuisine other than their own. Mainly because the traditional Irish dishes of cabbage and potato hamburgers are not palatable and grow weary after some time. Skipping over several lesser and blatantly anglicized establishments, we come to Doc Ryan's. Again, a fine place relocated to a second home. It had formerly been nestled on North Avenue. Doc Ryan's is home to several landmark specials, including the Monday $2 Skittle Shot, and takes the bold marketing step of, in February, offering Leinenkugel's Oktoberfest as their beer in the month. It's visionary management and inventory dynamics. This is Doc Ryan's at Madison and Circle, or Madison and Burkhart. Come and visit. Ahead of you will find Sláinte, a new and sterilized venue. Maladroitly announces itself on the street as an Irish pub, like a flabby man entering a gym in a tiny tank top on New Year's Day. And here we have Molly Malone's, a fair and excellent establishment that is frequently left off the itinerary of any typical night out on Madison Street, as it frequently warrants an itinerary all to its own. An excellent spot. Stop in and say hi.